All right, I made a community post this morning. Today is April 21st, Sunday, 2024, 4:50 p.m. And I made a typographical error, Y18, on some documentation for the following, briefly mentioned on my live stream earlier today. A JJ update. Allegations relating to prescription drugs. Drugs intended for use, illegal, can't talk today, illegal marketing and kickback schemes, marketed drugs to control behaviors and conduct, unapproved uses of various drugs. When all the receipts are in, I will be doing a live stream and the above topics and more. Um, Funny, I got called out on a misspelling. This is a copy and paste from somebody else's work. This is a copy and paste from somebody else's work. This is a copy and paste from somebody else's work. This this is a copy and paste from somebody else's work, and this is a copy and paste from somebody else's work. This got called out, unapproved. I'm not sure. I think there may be two P's in there. Could be. But a certain Dick Smack, moron, idiot, totally missed this, which is my own words, Y18. Yep, we do typos. And, quite honestly, I'm not going to look it up right now. But if this is wrong, it's copy and paste. So, fuck you. Okay, we got some activity on this. Huh. Okay, oh, look at that. I spell like Mike. I'm sure you all know I meant waiting, not Y8ing. Actually, surprised. I did it again! Another typo. I'm surprised nobody called me out on that. Well, apparently somebody did call me out on this, which I didn't notice till later because someone called my attention to this. Somebody who has actually nothing to do with this particular investigation. Oh snap, I heard, and I think JJ confirmed he's in a relationship with a jail nurse. I wouldn't know anything about that. My dog, DW talked about it months ago. Who's DW? I DW. I'm not sure who DW is. Oh, is that? Oh, okay. On the channel I was called attention to, DW might be initials for what they call dumb waiter. By the way, dumb waiter, what those folks call him, for public safety, as he's known on YouTube, or in the real world, Chris Ryder, is what he's known as. Has nothing to do with this investigation. This investigation has nothing to do with him. In fact, well, we'll get into that later. JJ makes zero decisions on the prescription drugs. Okay. I'll have to correct you on that. Either Monday at 7 or Tuesday at 7. Not sure yet. Most likely Tuesday at 7. Yearly state audits of the Kentucky inmates. Somebody doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. Yearly state audits of the Kentucky inmates' institutions are available to the public. Please send the documents to the Kentucky. You know what you're talking about. But I'll tell you, the JJ information I'm about to release is too big for a county or a state. In fact, various corruption levels at various county and state levels and incompetencies make it impossible for anyone less than the United States Department of Justice. This is a federal issue. This is involving criminal and civil issues from the Department of Justice, not some county, not some state or commonwealth. This is none other than the Department of Justice that we're talking about. By the way, make sure you know what you're talking about. JJ is not Wrangler. I'm aware that JJ is not. I don't think this person knows what they're talking about, and you'll find out Monday or Tuesday. no later than Tuesday. He'll take your ass to court for slander. Clearly, this person does not know what they are talking about. Okay. Sarge Finkel, guess what? You have income that makes it very, very easy to get a judgment against you. Income has nothing to do with judgments for or against people. Incomes might have something to do with ability to pay if there's some kind of civil judgment against me. Ah, uh, I mean, really, I think what I'm going to, yeah, okay. In a lawsuit, laughing my friggin' ass off. Okay, that's what okay. Thank you for buying JJ a new truck or classic muscle car. By the way, excavator is none other than Rodney King, who you see in a channel that we're about to discuss. By the way, a channel whose owner-operator claims multiple times that he has never been to my channel. Yet he knows about some of these comments. Finkel, Kaiser, and JJ were just talking. Okay, okay. Finkel, Kaiser, and JJ were just talking shit about you, saying you're pissing on my service. Well, okay. That's what made me go take a look-see. Okay.
Apparently, JJ.
Yeah.
Apparently, this Finkel fuck.
Oh, come on now, Wrangler fuck. I'm not a Finkel fuck. I'm a Finkel. What the hell kind of juvenile shit is that? Let's continue.
He wants to get in your and I gun sights.
Gun sights? What the fuck? Felon, you're not allowed to own a gun. Or is this part of your fantasy role-playing thing? A thinner skin person might think that was a threat, but I know you're just a smack talker. Gun sights. One, you don't legally own any guns, and two, even a zeroed weapon, you'd fucking miss. Yeah. And three, what I'm discussing here has absolutely nothing to do with you. Michael William Kaiser, fraud at Wrangler. This investigation, this report that I'm about to put out Monday or Tuesday, has absolutely nothing to do with you. Okay? Get it? Got it? Good.
Oh, you must be talking about to his post that he put up earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, posts put up on a channel that you allegedly never go to. And apparently your guest panelist also goes to it. Apparently you both have read it and have probably conferred offline before doing this little stage act with your fantasy role-playing in your gun sights. Get the fuck out of here, you jackwagons.
Oh, well.
I can't wait to see him provide evidence on that.
All you need is just a little patience. Who sang that? Patience. Mr. Kaiser. Mikey. Everything that I put in the bullets of my posts will be reported either Monday or Tuesday. At the very latest Tuesday, it will be there. You're just going to have to wait. It doesn't concern you. But if you want to make it your business, you're just going to have to wait till at the latest Tuesday, 7 o'clock, maybe Monday if I'm lucky. Speaking of impatience to see things, didn't you promise receipts on something Guadalupe Guacamole said in your community chat by Friday? It's Sunday. It's still not there. And a couple times last week, didn't you say you were going to have receipts on a YouTube channel called Stone Vet, or what'd you call it? Stone Vag, or the owner-operator being named Jimmy? Kind of kept us all hanging on the edge of our seats waiting for that stuff. It's Sunday and we still haven't seen that, but that's okay. you want to keep us in suspense about something we watch, you're just going to have to stay in suspense about something you, quote, don't watch, end quote.
Well, I wasn't going to bring it up, but I'll give.
Look at this role player, this guest panelist of Mr. Wrangler, Jim Jones Elbay, whatever the fuck that means. He wasn't going to bring it up. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? These two people on this panel did discuss it and discussed how they were going to bring it up. I don't know why. Kaiser, it has nothing to do with you. Okay, let's continue.
Well, I wasn't going to bring it up, but I'll give you the brief rundown of how that'll work out.
Not well.
Of course, for starters, I can say this with the most certainty. That's why I can kind of predict the future on this. But
no, guest panelist of Wrangler, you cannot predict the future on how this is going to turn out. You absolutely cannot. Let's make a few things clear. This has nothing to do with Wrangler. Got it? This has nothing to do with any other YouTube channel or personality that I know of. Yeah, I guess I have to be cautious because there may be YouTube personalities or channels out there that I don't know have something to do with this, but I'm not aware of any. So if you're looking to... By the way, my mods, my chat mods, my StreamYard mods, I'm going to ask that when I do come out with this Monday or Tuesday, stay out of it because these two jackwagons, the guy on the top has nothing to do with them. They're going to come after some folks, and I don't want you guys having anything to do with that because you had nothing to do with what I'm doing now. As far as the YouTube sphere that I'm aware of, I'm the only one that has anything to do with this. No, and guest panelists of Wrangler, no, you have no fucking idea how this is going to turn out. But in your fantasy role-playing, maybe you think you do. Roll the 10-sided dice for initiative or whatever.
Be the brief rundown of how that'll work out.
Not well.
Of course, for starters, I can say this with the most certainty. That's why I can kind of predict the future on this. But there's nobody in the world that can produce any documents that ever says that I've ever used any drugs, failed a drug test, sold any drugs, bought any drugs, stole any drugs, anything drug related. So it sounds like Finkel is headed in the path to himself his very first Commonwealth of Kentucky court subpoena.
Commonwealth of Kentucky court subpoena. Kentucky. I was there in '93 at Fort Campbell. Oh, that's right. I got a parking ticket there once. That was on post. I'm not sure if that was on the Tennessee side or the Kentucky side. That was a long friggin' time ago. Actually, I didn't go to court there. I paid it. I just paid the magistrate the ticket. Let me think. My ex-wife wrote a lot of bad checks. And she did have a power of attorney because my first sergeants, these goddamn first sergeants, they always tried to make us get general powers of attorney for our wives. And I had one of those wives that liked to bounce checks. And First Sergeant Rushton, he pressured me to get the general power of attorney. And then when she bounced the checks at the PX, which has nothing to do with the state of Turkey, Commonwealth of Kentucky. By the way, Commonwealth is a state. Shut up. She bounced some checks into PX and was able to do it with the power of attorney signing for my name. And the first sergeant tried to chew my ass for it, and I stood at parade dress and stood my ground. I'm like, First Sergeant, you are responsible. He's like, what? How? What do you? And I'm like, you forced me to get a general power of attorney. She bounced this check with the general power of attorney representing me. That's on you. I told you that she does this. She bounced checks before, and he didn't know it at the time. I didn't know at the time. She's bounced checks since. It cost me a lot of money. That's one of the reasons why she's my ex-wife. But I'm in the Commonwealth. I'm sorry, the state of Virginia, And nothing I am doing now or in the near future has anything to do with me doing anything that the Commonwealth of Kentucky will have any extraditable causes for me. So I don't know. Maybe you should stop running your fantasy role-playing mouth. Just a suggestion. I'm not telling you what to do. I know you got to entertain Kaiser simps. Okay, you got to entertain them. So go ahead and entertain them. But I seriously doubt I'll ever be back in the state of Kentucky again. I'm sorry, I did it again. Commonwealth. I really doubt that I'll ever be back in the Commonwealth of Kentucky again. If I do, it will be of my own free will. It won't be that I was extradited or subpoenaed or anything like that. Maybe I'll be driving through. Maybe I'll be vacationing. Not that there's much in Kentucky to see. Yeah, I lived there. We actually left the state to go do entertaining things like the zoo in Tennessee. What was that, Nashville? I can't remember. Anyway, no, Mr. Panelist of Wrangler, not coming to Kentucky unless it's for some reason I choose to.
To me, it sounds like he's now a simp and a sycophant for dumbwaiter and his infinite wisdom.
Wow. Okay, Mikey, let me explain something to you. It's not all about YouTube. The person you call dumbwaiter is a YouTube channel known as For Public Safety, who is brought to us by a person known as Chris Ryder, who has, again, nothing to do with this. What I'm about to announce Monday or Tuesday has nothing to do with YouTube, has nothing to do with you. Why do you narcissists always think it's all about me, 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 me? Poor little me. Notice me. Pay attention to me. Great as me. Dipshit. It's not about you. It's not about YouTube. It really has nothing to do with YouTube, except for I will be announcing it on YouTube. Get it? Got it? Good.
Yeah.
Because it sounds just like something Chrissy would say. Hey there, Paul Brown.
So, of course, the way this will play out is, of course, if he tries to produce any kind of nonsense document, he'll get himself a Commonwealth of Kentucky subpoena and a production of documents. Of course, he won't produce any documents, and he probably won't show up for a court date, which will result in a failure to appear. Then after the failure to appear, then it'll be automatic judgment in my favor because, again, like I said, he can't produce anything. So, I mean, he should know by now that, I mean, I always do what I say. And obviously, he knows he's in the wrong. He can't produce anything. So the only thing I can tell him is if he thinks he has that big loaded gun with that big weapon, fire it off.
Wow, the narcissism is strong in these two. Yeah, I know you can't respond to the last time I said it, but again, I'm not going to Kentucky. Again, you have no power or influence over me. Again, what is that? I always do what I say. I always do what I say. Sorry. All right, Stone Vet, if you're out there, play that sound bit. I always do what I say. That was cute, panelist. That was very cute the way you said that. I don't care what you say. Yeah, you're going to say, if you watch Monday or Tuesday when I release the information, you're going to say it's nonsense. In fact, I'll bet everyone from the Kaiser channel who watches it will say it's nonsense. But it doesn't give you any power over me. You have no reach outs. It doesn't matter how nonsensical you say it is, or claim it is. What I'm going to report is real, and you can't touch me for reporting it. Sorry, but there's the facts. And that's all I got to say about that.
Put your money where your mouth is, Tinkle.
Absolutely. I mean, but like I said, what do you expect from somebody that would side with a documented woman abuser?
Oh, I'd put him in the same boat with Stone Vet, KY Rats. and the other ones. I mean, I think it's already been proven of what kind of people they are, what they stand for. So,
Well, addressing the panelist on the top there, the guy who got the shit beat out of him recently, siding with the YouTube personality who I've never met in person. I don't know. What do you think about people who side with YouTube personalities who the real person behind those personalities have robbed from old ladies, have killed, have robbed from their own employer who gave him a job because they thought he was a veteran? Geez, what do you think about? Oh, and to the panelist on the bottom, thank you. That was very kind of you to put me in the same category as Stoned Vet, a YouTube personality run by a man named Josh, who is an honorably discharged Marine and later an honorably discharged soldier, and continued to honorably serve his country, unlike the panelists above you. But okay, we go there. These narcissists, I tell you.
I mean,
Absolutely. And don't forget about the one from Mississippi, they're tiny balls.
yeah. So I mean, they want to. Here's the funny thing about it: they want to try to play this bluff game and this bully game. They play all they want to, but at the end of the day, it don't cost me anything. I'm not going to have to pay for any attorneys. They are.
Oh yeah. Hang on, I'll tell you.
So I mean, basically, he can get on his pathetic YouTube channel and spout off to his 140 viewers, but at the end of the day, it's almost like Judge Reed said in a recent video: "Is the juice worth the squeeze?"
So the narcissist on the bottom thinks it's a bully game? Do you feel bullied? Am I bullying you? Me and my little 144 view channel? I don't know how I'm bullying you. Are you that thin-skinned that this makes you feel bullied? Am I a big, bad bully? I have no idea what the reference is to tiny balls in Mississippi. I'm not in Mississippi. I drove across Mississippi once, actually twice, and ran into some racism, but that's got nothing to do with any of this. Are you familiar with Mississippi? I don't know. Well, no, you're not being bullied. Stop being so thin-skinned.
Absolutely. And y'all, the channel name is Old Sarge Finkel. But you know what I find funny, JJ? He can't even spell correctly. That's why that's why my first suspicion was that Dumbwaiter did this.
What did he spell charges like charred?
No, unapproved uses of various drugs. I'm pretty sure there's more than one P in it.
This is from when he told Tats he was going to put Tats's head on a pike. Do you remember Tats? Do you remember the head on the pike thing? This is when his channel got naughty boyed out for 7 days. Remember, he went over to the other channel and he said, that's okay, I was going to bring this channel up anyway. And ever since he came back to the monetized channel, he's pretty much never been back to that one. Due to something, not quite sure of, OVE, OVA, being hot, not hit, hot, HOT, with a strike that has my ability to upload content, live stream, or even post for 7 days. Ill, not I will or I apostrophe LL, put the link on my other channel and will, the guy with that one right, just have to stream from there. And he puts the link there. This is no longer there. That's why we do screenshots. Mikey, the internet is forever. So yes, I will put my high school dropout status and my $130,000 a year up against your alleged University of Texas degree. And we can have a little spell off. Yes, I copied and pasted a typo, and I made a few typos of my own. People make typos. You make typos. So go ahead and have a little fun with my typos. You can out typo me any day. One of the few things you can do better than me. You can also bullshit better than me. But the internet is forever.
why am I not surprised?
Yeah, right. Hey, I wonder if he can spell cease and desist. Hey, Ted Gibson, I appreciate that, man.
Well, he's right there. I do not know how to spell desist. Do you know why I don't know how to spell desist? Because Becall, because bzz, beep, yeah, here we go. Because I've never seen the word desist in writing. I looked it up in my dictionary. I can't find it. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, clown.
But it's just pitiful that how badly they want people to pay attention to them. That they don't actually put out entertainment. They just go on. They just live stream and just accuse people of just.
Hey, yeah, right. I'm not an entertainment company like your job. There, you consider what you're doing a job. You consider what you're doing. It is your primary income. It's your only income. Yeah, I'm not here to entertain. I'm here so people can connect, be informed, and sometimes be entertaining. I'm not putting on this ruse of being some kind of comedy show, and I'm not putting on a ruse that this is somehow my job. You know anybody like that? Anybody who's considering this their job, their career, their avoidance of having to work? What would you said? 75 hours a week? You've never worked 75 hours a week in your life. Well, I don't know. Let me stand back. I don't know what work details in prison are like. Maybe there you did, but yeah, no. This is a non-profit channel. This is a non-monetized channel. I'm not here to make money. And we're going to get back into that in a minute here, Mr. Grifter.
Random shit because some other frauditor said it.
And you know the funny thing about that is most of the time and most of the people that they try their games with, usually they don't push back. But
yeah, well, another thing with Finkel is he's like some other ones. He thinks because at one time he served in the military that somehow is a get out of jail free card. It's a bulletproof vest that he can go do whatever he wants now.
Wrong answer. Survey says ding 0. I get it now. Okay, B calls. He's not saying because with a twang. He's like, you've heard of a duck call? He's using a bee call, bzz, bzz, which traumatizes him. You all know the story out there. No, I do not believe in a serviceman's discount for someone who's been out longer than he was in. I would never say, officer, but I'm a veteran. Nope, if I commit a crime, I should pay the price for the crime. No serviceman's discount here. I'm not the kind of guy who would use my veteran status or embellish my veteran status to get a job with a company that hires veterans just so that later on I can rip them off, and stab them in the back. That's not me. That's somebody else we know. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, sorry, it's over your head. No, I don't hide behind or embellish my veteran status. In fact, I graduated Army-based training and Navy-based training. I had 14 years of active service and a couple years of reserve service, and I left it all as an E5. I didn't drop out of basic training twice and claim to be a staff sergeant. So, yeah. Take your B calls, and you know what you can do with it.
And it doesn't matter if he got an honorable discharge at one point, I tell him, thank you for your service, sir.
I'm not a sir. I work for a living. Actually, now I don't really work for a living anymore. I am employed, but okay. That's a basic training thing. You'd think after twice you'd know. You don't call a sergeant sir. But what do you say? I thank you for your service. I'm not going to play that card because I did serve for others. I did serve for the country. But there's a soundbite all over YouTube, especially, in fact, most preserved, on a show called The Dark Side of the Tube. It's on the Shiz Happens channel. And there's a very crystal clear sound cut of that voice, not mine, not the bottom panelist, the top panelist, saying, I didn't serve for you, I served for me. Yeah, that's the kind of narcissist this pig is. He served for him. He enlisted, he didn't serve, he enlisted and attempted basic training twice for the purpose of him. It was not altruistic in any way, shape, or form. He wanted to be an MP. He failed. He didn't do it for you. He didn't do it for me. And quite frankly, no one should thank him for the attempt, because the attempt was for himself. He said it himself. I served for me. Period. Oh, by the way, something else I watched that again the other night. I remembered the troops above him were the troops he commanded. Check it out, guys.
But that doesn't change the fact that he's gone from an honorable soldier to frauditing trash.
I am frauditing trash. What is fraudit? Fraudit is a combination of the words fraud and audit. Fraud and audit come from fraud, which is lying or deceiving for the purpose of making a profit. What I do on YouTube costs me money. I don't make a penny from YouTube. It costs me a shit ton of money. I could probably do it better and spend less, but I don't make a penny. So whether I'm right or wrong about something, I don't lie. Sometimes I'm wrong, but I do not make a profit. So there goes the fraud thing. And audits, I guess you could say when I go out there with the camera, some people call that auditing. I don't consider that auditing. I think an audit of the First Amendment took place between the time it was written and the time it was ratified with the other first 10 amendments. That was the auditing time for the First Amendment. I think audit is something that the GAO does. Audit is something that the FDA does. Audit is something that companies do. So I am neither an auditor nor a committer of fraud. A committer of fraud is someone who would do something like, I don't know, have a fundraiser for an internet buddy, and then when the money is raised, keep it for myself. I'm being dishonest and raising money. Sure, have I lied in my past? I'm a recovering alcoholic. Of course I've lied in my past. Do I lie now? Not intentionally. What do they say? Alcoholics don't always lie, but we're always willing to lie. My 10th step says, when I'm wrong, I promptly admit it. So when I find out that I'm wrong about something, I do promptly admit it. So, frauditor. I know your fantasy role-playing games, you make up words or you use made-up words, but no, I don't lie and I don't do it for a profit, and I don't even audit. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, my job, sometimes the individuals I work with, we go behind each other and check each other's work. I guess that's kind of an audit. But I'm honest there too.
And that's what all frauditors are trash. It doesn't matter what you did right at some other point. What you're doing now is you're just pissing on everything that you did do right, that you did do for your country. You're just pissing on that now.
No. They who piss on what I did for my country, they who piss on what I do and did for others, are those who lie about what they did. Basic training dropouts who call themselves staff sergeants, people who've never deployed who say they've earned Purple Hearts. Those are the ones who are pissing on the good things that I've done. Sorry, but that's what it is.
Well, I mean,
But hey, man, it is what it is.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, if I was going to send him a message, I think the only message I would send him is, he wants to go down that road. Get in your car and put it in drive, buddy, and start down that road. But
Absolutely.
I promise you that.
Hello,
road,
James Conway. Welcome.
And that road's not going to end where he thinks it is. So,
Yeah, right. But
anyway,
guys, hey, bro, I got to go recycle some coffee real quick. James Conway, he is, sir. And
all right, message from bottom panelist received. Yes, Where I think I'm going with this is exactly where I'm going with this. And no car or mode of transportation is going to take me to Kentucky anytime soon. To the panelist on top. Wow, that's weird. I drink coffee and I dispose of the waste product resulting of it. Recycle, that means you're going to loop it back through and drink it again? That's just gross, man. That is just effing gross. You may want to articulate a different way to do that. Okay. These narcissists have circled the wagons about something. Kaiser has nothing to do with you, man. It also has nothing to do with any other YouTube persons, channels that I'm aware of. This is me reporting out on something Monday or Tuesday, and there's no reason for you to get your knickers in a wad. And really, please stop recycling your coffee. Drink it and dispose of it. Don't recycle it. That's gross. Idi Amin Dada did that, and just like, wow. No. And panelists, you're still powerless over me. Hey, folks, while I got you here, go to the Shiz Happens channel and watch The Dark Side of the Tube. You will hear why the hell should I? I served for me, not for you. You will hear all kinds of bullshit about Purple Hearts and being a staff sergeant, and your eyes will open if you watch it with an open mind. But this, what I'm doing Monday or Tuesday, has nothing to do with that. This, narcissists, have nothing to do with you. So what the fuck are you circling the wagons about? What do you got your knickers all in the wad about? Just, everything is not about you, okay? It's just, it isn't. Although, the guy on the top panel is the world should be focused on you until justice is served. But, relax, kick your feet up. If you still drink, have a beer. And for everyone else, stay tuned. Monday or Tuesday, we are going to release some information on a DOJ investigation findings on, all those things that were in that community chat I put. And there's more. There's going to be some divorce intrigue and some child abuse intrigue, and there's going to be custody issues where, some parents just can't see their kids anymore. Is this taboo type stuff to cover? I don't know. Hell, if it is, watch the channel I just sniped, because they're always talking about stuff like that. But yeah, no, folks, it's not. I know when you're a narcissist, you think everything is about you. It's not. Kaiser, go play in traffic or keep recycling that coffee or whatever weird. What would Stone Vet say? Brush your teeth, man. Just brush your fucking teeth. Oh wait, well, take him out of your mouth and brush them. Yeah, okay. I might get bullied striked for that. These people never watched my channel. They bully striked me once for a similar comment about, we're not going there. Time it. See how fast it gets bully striked.